The winter wind howled against the castle walls as the queen sat by the window. 3 drops of blood fell onto the fresh snow. She whispered her wish for a child, with skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, and hair as black as ebony. Soon, Snow White was born, but the queen breathed her last breath shortly after. A year later, he brought a new queen. She was beautiful, but her heart was cold. The new queen carried a heavy, ornate mirror. Every morning, she stood before it, demanding to know who was the fairest. The mirror always replied that she was. Years passed, and Snow White grew into a young woman. One morning, the mirror spoke. "Snow White is 1,000 times fairer than you." The queen slammed her fist against the glass, her face twisting in rage. She summoned a huntsman. "Take her to the woods and bring me back her heart." The huntsman led the girl into the dark, tangled woods. As he raised the blade, Snow White turned, her eyes wide with terror. The huntsman dropped the dagger. "Run," he whispered, "and never return." Snow White sprinted through the brambles until she stumbled upon a cottage. Inside, she found 7 tiny chairs and 7 small plates. That evening, 7 dwarfs returned to find the sleeping stranger. Back at the castle, the mirror hissed the truth. Snow White lives. The queen donned a tattered cloak, transforming into a peddler. She reached the cottage and offered a shimmering silk ribbon. She wrapped it around the girl's waist, pulling until Snow White collapsed. But the dwarfs returned and saved her. The queen returned with a poisoned comb, pressing it into her hair, sending her into a death-like trance. Again, the dwarfs arrived. Finally, the queen crafted a poisoned apple. She offered the red side to Snow White. As soon as she swallowed a piece, she fell to the floor, motionless. This time, the dwarfs could not wake her. They built a coffin of glass and placed it on a high mountain ledge, where she lay for many seasons, appearing only as if she were in a deep sleep, enchanted sleep. One day, a prince rode up the mountain. As his servants carried the coffin, one man tripped. The jolt dislodged the poisoned apple. Her eyes fluttered open. A grand wedding followed. The jealous queen arrived, but she fled into the mountains. Snow White and her prince stood on the balcony, watching the sun set over a happy kingdom.